rules of the debate will be. amigos on the bank will be rolling shit. on the bait, looking for the shade.
We are ATMO Esports. We set the bar and cross the finish line. Being the absolute best isn't a gift. It's a lifestyle. Fueled by dedication, it is the ability to push past your breaking point, time and time again. That is why we're here. Join us in conquering the most unforgiving environments the verse has to offer. Unite under our banner to become what you were meant to be. Against all odds, stand victorious amongst the legends. Citizens from across the known systems, from all walks of life, across the criminal spectrum, the fiercest competitors will compete in the most remote locations. Only determination, your trusted craft, and luck can carry your team across the finish line, one piece. Become a champion. Or ride the sidelines to support your favorite team, cheering them to victory. Racing is in our blood. We are ATMO Esports. We're built for this. Are you? Visit atmo.gg to learn more.
Where legends are born. Everybody, welcome to the ATMO Social. My name is Hurston Gaming, and I'm so happy to be back. Unfortunately, no co-host today, but it's okay. I'm excited for this today. We got the ATMO Social. We're going to the Hurston Hurdle, where we're going to be taking over 50-plus racers in the ATLS GEO race today. And this is going to be a very interesting one. We're going to be breaking it down from beginning to end, kind of breaking down the track for you guys watching at home, and let's see who's going to end up, taking home the incredible prizes we have today, which is a big thanks to StarCitizen, of course, providing those prizes, and we'll talk a little bit about that later today. But for right now, welcome, guys, to the ATMO Social. I'm so excited to have you all here, and this is pretty much the last event, the last pretty much official event for ATMO Esports this year, but we have the Daymar Rally practice coming up early December. And then we have the Daymar Rally already in sight on January 24th. So make sure that you guys are there with us. If you guys haven't signed up for the Daymar Rally, signups are officially open and have been open now for about 2 to 3 weeks. We already have a bunch of racers with the new rules that we've implemented joining in, and it's going to be an amazing, amazing event. So make sure you guys are not missing on that. All right. The Daymar Rally, incredible new rules. If you guys haven't checked it out, DaymarRally.com. So, which I'm very, so anyways, let's talk about the ATMO Social. What is ATMO Social? Okay. Over the years, ATMO Esports, right? We throw all these big events year round. We throw the Daymar Rally, the System 7, which by the way, System 7 next year are going to be in over 3 different systems. So I'm excited for that one. And then we host now Gravity Rush, was our new ship racing league. So make sure you guys jump in on that one. And then, of course, Fight or Flight, the biggest dogfighting tournament across the verse as well. We throw 4 big main events that you have to sign up and either qualify for or really be the best of the best in order to get that trophy. But when it comes to the ATMO Social, okay, this is where we bring the community together, okay? You don't need to be the best. You don't need to win a trophy in order to participate on this. You just come in, you show up for the briefing, and you race. And this is what the ATMO Social is all about. We always like to do one of these just wacky races throughout the year where we're going to bring everybody together and hopefully, they just have some fun. Have some fun in the verse. I know recently we had the international community, I think, bring together over 400 people in our server, which is absolutely incredible. And this is something that we try to do as well. So shout out to everybody that has been putting the ATMO social together in the Hurston Hurdle. It is going to be a fun one, okay? I know the ATLS GEO is not something where you can sprint on, but it is going to be something that you have to manage, hovering with and manage your boost because I was racing this track itself. And while it's not too difficult, if you don't know what you're doing, it can be difficult. So, all I will say is for the newbies out there that are going to be running this track, just follow the people that are in front of you. That should make it easy. And this is going to be 2 laps. Okay. Again, this race is all going to be all about how you can determine your thrust management across that boost and how much you can hover. Because if you're trying to walk the whole thing across the course, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you. So all I'm going to say is that thrust and boost management is going to be super important going into this race, especially the climbs that you guys are going to see here shortly in this graphic. So let's go take a look at the map course for today, which is going to be, again, the Hurston Hurdle. So we're going to run through this in a video as well, but I'm going to break it down for you really quickly before we jump into that video, okay? First off, you got the start line. So this is all within that area where you're pretty much leaving your ship in the hangar, right? So you'll see the Tesla Spaceport sign, and you could pretty much land right on the course itself. Now, those other areas around the course, if you're flying around that, there are going to, impound you. But you should be fine staying within the parameters of the course, which should be easy enough. Anyway, start line, and then you go to the climb 1. So climb 1, you have to climb up a couple of buildings in order to get to the top of it. And then once you get to the top of it, you're going to be racing across that on top of those buildings. And then once you get to checkpoint 3, you're going to be able to get that drop down, and you're going to have to just, thrust down easily with that ATLS GEO, which should be a lot of fun. And then, of course, in checkpoint 4, you're going to be going under, I would say that the main Hurston building, you're going to be going under into that underpass. And then you're going to start. Once you go under that underpass, you're going to go into climb number 2, which then once you get to the top of that building, you have a container climb as well. Once you get to the top of that container climb, which is suggested that in that container, you stay a little bit to your left. Once you get to the top, you're going to be in another drop, which is going to take you back to that start line. So today is going to consist of 2 different laps. And I'm telling you right now, this track is a little bit long. I think 1 lap may be around, I would say 20 minutes, depending on how fast you're doing. For other people, it might be around 30 minutes. But this track is going to be fun and super defined overall. So I cannot wait for everybody to try it out and, take these ATLS GEOs into a fun race. And shout out to the team that put this entire course together. The ATMO team always doing a fantastic job at bringing these courses to life. So, but yeah, this map is going to be a lot of fun. Let me know your thoughts. Which part of the checkpoint you think is going to be a lot of fun? If you guys have any opinions in chat, make sure you guys drop it down. But thank you guys again for joining us for the ATMO Social today. I'm very excited. But let's jump right into the map video right here. Let's jump right into it. So it's going to kick things off right at the start line. So this video, we're going to pause it at these checkpoints so you guys are able to see. So we're going to start here at the start line. So let's keep this going. So start line, it looks fun already, right? We have a nice start line. Everybody's going to start where those hazard lines are, going all the way. And right here, you're going to take a right, and then you're going to go to the left of the containers and stop right here. Oh, nope. Reverse it if you can a little bit. Yeah, so right here, you're going to be going to the left of the containers, and then to the left of those pillars or pylons or whatever you want to call them, little drums. You're going to go to the left of that. And then in that building that you see where the purple sign is, you see that building to your left. That's where you're going to start climbing up. So let's move on to the part where we're climbing, and you're going to start climbing up, which is going to be your climb number 1. And you're going to try to climb up, and then all the way to the top. And then you're going to stay to the left once you get to the top. And you're going to continue moving forward to the left of those, pylons or whatever you want to call it, those struts. And then you're just going to keep going straight, keeping to the left, because normally to the right, you're going to see a lot of those invisible walls. So you're going to keep going to the left. So now let's pause right here. In this sign here where it says, the air quality bad, you're going to stay to the left of that. And that's going to be your first initial drop. So let's keep moving on here. All right. So this is going to be your initial drop where you stay to the left. So here, once you drop to the left, you have to stay to the left of that hangar. The hangar you see at the bottom right, you're going to have to stay to the left here. And then you're going to see where you have to go through the first initial underpass, which is going to be right here. And this is going to be the underpass that all the Atlas Geos have to go through. So stay to the left of that hangar and then go through the underpass. So let's go right through it. And this underpass is pretty long. Like I said, it's going to take a lot of thrust and boost and being able to get that going. And then once you get past there, you're going to stick to the right. And this is going to be your climb number 2. You're going to have to go up, which you're going to have to know how to manage that boost, but you should be able to get it on the first try, right? So make sure you're managing your boost well. So this is going to be the climb number 2, which is still a lot of fun. And then you stay to the left side, right? You continue going to the left side, and here is your containers here. Again, staying to the left side of that containers, it looks like steps, is going to be your easiest bet as you go up. So we're going to stay to the left of the containers. We're going to jump into this container climb up into this platform, and then we're going to continue straight down until you see that red light. So let's stop it right here. So as soon as you get up here, you need to jump off the platform to your right. You cannot take a shortcut and jump right off to that right side. You're not going to be able to do that. You need to go straight into all the way down to your left side here where we're flying, and then stop it right here. There's a red light on that right side. You need to go around that red light in order for this drop to count. So make sure, if you're a racer and you're watching and you're listening to this, make sure that you're going around this drop around that red light that's to your right side, and then you drop, and then that's going to be your first lap. There we go. Here's the drop. Boom. And that is lap number 1. And then pretty much this race is 2 laps. And then what happens is it's going to start all over again. So fun course here from the team. I absolutely love to see it. I think this is going to be a fun race for everybody. And I can't wait to see how many people are going to be, I don't know. I think this could be anybody's race. We see a lot of veteran racers that like Herbie and, a lot of other veteran racers that have been racing with us for some long time. We see Jacketin is being involved, Anril, we see Diplomat. So big flex. There's a lot of great racers here today, but honestly, anything could happen with the Atlas Geo. Again, managing your thrust and boost is going to be very important, because if you're trying to just walk with the Atlas Geo, you're not going to get too far. I'm telling you, it doesn't have a sprint, so it's not going to work too well. So all right, here we go. Let's go ahead and now for the prizing, let's see what first, second, and third place are going to be taken home today during this race. So we have. Okay, that's weird. Okay, never mind. Well, anyways, Anvil Paladin, first place is going to get an Anvil Paladin. Second place, it is going to be a Gray's Market Shiv. This is just wrong. This is the wrong one. We'll change it up for you guys. But for second place, Gray's Market Shiv. And then for third place is going to be a Kruger L21 Wolf. But for 2 random racers, we're going to be just that are participating today are going to be winning Atlas Geos that they may not have, because either they're renting it from in-game right now, because it is cheap on the new deal. I believe is 86,000 AUEC if you're trying to get on that. But still, we got some incredible prizes for top 3, and that is very, very exciting. So, all right, let's see if we can get the right graphic up for the. We'll get the right graphic up shortly, and then we'll go back to that quickly. But yeah, I think the ATMO Social today is going to be a fun and interesting one. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to. I don't know. Like, I can't really. It's very hard to predict these races because you never know what could happen in the Atlas Geos. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how many people are going to be able to race. Here we go. This is the right graphic here. Thank you guys so much for your patience. We have first place, again, Anvil Paladin. Second place, Gray's Market Shiv. And then third place is Kruger L21 Wolf. And then we got 2 random places. who are going to win the ATLS GEO. So these are 2 of 3 ships that have been brand new since CitizenCon, the Anvil Paladin and the Gray Market ship. And I'm pretty sure, obviously, IAE is coming around the corner. So we're going to see even some newer ships coming around for IAE, which I'm very excited about. But I know that a lot of people that have been flying the Kruger L-21 Wolf have been very, very excited for that ship. And the Paladin, I've only heard good things about it. I've seen some people within the game fly the Gray's Market Shiv. I like that they're coming up with these. I don't know. The Gray's Market Shiv reminds me of like things that you can do in Fallout and just put things together. Which I think it's a very, very cool concept and a very cool ship that they brought out. So, anyways, this is your prize pool. So good luck to all of the racers today. Excited to see all of the racers in action here shortly. I believe we're getting ready to get the race set up here very, very soon. So, all right, with that being said, we're going to jump into a quick sponsor segment, which, of course, we're going to kick things off with one of our incredible sponsors who's been sponsoring ATMO Esports for 4 years now, which is Tobii Gaming. So, Tobii Gaming, unlock the next level of immersion in StarCitizen with the Tobii Eye Tracker 5. So, if you guys are in the site for some eye tracking software, make sure you guys are using code ATMO for 5% off. We got Black Friday coming up. So that hopefully should be able to stack with that discount, and you guys can get yourself that Tobii Eye Tracker 5. So if you guys want to create that next level of immersion, make sure you guys grab yourself one. And then we got Monster Tech. Monster Tech, MT Sim or Monster Tech has been around and supporting ATMO Esports for quite some time as well. Transform your gaming experience with innovative, high-quality simulation equipment designed to enhance performance and immerse you in every virtual adventure. You guys don't know who Monster Tech is. Monster Tech is a huge partner of ATMO Esports, and they create all of the mounts, MT Sim equipment, flight simulation equipment that you see that people can take that play to the next level. Make sure you guys go check them out. And much appreciated to everybody hanging out today. And then the next one is going to be the next sponsor that we have is going to be Icon City. So Icon City also sponsoring ATMO Esports for quite some time. Make sure, Icon City has been absolutely incredible. Dominate the game with over 600 StarCitizen icons, hotkeys right at your fingertips with the click of a button. So if you guys have like a Stream Deck or you guys are using a Stream Deck for your setup to play StarCitizen, Icon City, with the click of a button, you'll get all of their graphics plus all of their short keys. And they normally update it every single patch. And you can, right at the fingertips, you can start using those hotkeys such as landing, automatic landing, getting your landing gear out, a lot of different things that you probably may forget different hotkeys in your keyboard. You can actually have it at your fingertips in the Stream Deck, and you can use code ATMO for 10% off at the Icon City store. So make sure you guys check them out. They're all of the links are in the description and also in the about section here on Twitch. So shout out to all of our sponsors, who have been coming out with, supporting ATMO Esports over the years as well. And then, of course, we got one more thing. We have EA 56. If you guys don't know, we have the Enter Atmosphere 2956 coming to Australia, Sydney, Australia specifically. We're going to have special guests, Sandy. We're going to have Sandy and Chris Roberts. We're going to have Tyler Witkin coming out to Australia to meet the entire community. We already have over 200 plus people attending this event, and we would love to have you there. If you're from the Australian region, make sure you guys come out and support. If you guys want to meet Chris and Sandy and Tyler, everybody at the event will be able to do that. But check out this trailer that we're going to show you here shortly of Enter Atmosphere 2956. We'll be right back.
Get ready, Australia! For the first time ever, the ultimate StarCitizen event comes down under. Experience Enter Atmosphere 2956 live from Fortress Sydney. Join fellow citizens, share drinks, stories, and celebrate the universe at the Bar Citizen. Witness pilots go head-to-head in ship races and intense dogfights. Feel the energy of a live crowd as they compete for amazing prizes. The countdown has begun. Secure your tickets for the Southern Hemisphere's biggest StarCitizen event. Visit atmo.sc/EA56 to learn more.
All right, so that's right there. Enter Atmosphere 2056. If you guys were there at Manchester, we did at the first Enter Atmosphere 2954, where we hosted ship racing exhibition plus the Fight or Flight World Championship, and then we're bringing that to Australia. We're going to be showcasing a lot of the talent around Australia, around the Southern Hemisphere. We're going to have some ship racing. We're going to also have some fun dogfighting as well. We're going to have so much cool stuff. We have an entire flight school happening at this event in Australia, where you'll get to try out a lot of new equipment from different partners that we're working with. A lot of more of that information will be coming soon. So if you're in Australia and like StarCitizen and that team, the CIG team haven't been in Australia in about 12 plus years. The last time they were there were in about 2014, where I believe it was PAX Australia, where they showcased Arena Commander. So make sure you guys show up for that, because after 12 years, we're bringing some of the CIG members back, and they're going to be showing up very, very big. A lot of giveaways, a lot of prizes, and it's going to be just a fun entire day event for you to be around citizens that love Star Citizen just as much as you do. So very, very excited for that event. With that being said, I believe we're getting very ready here and very, very close. So let's take a look at where we're at here in the server. And as we get set up and line up all of our ATLS GEOs to get ready for the Hurston Hurdle. All right, here we go. I believe all the ATLS GEOs are getting into it. Oh man, this is going to be a nighttime race as well. By the way, the ATLS GEOs are not going to be able to combat each other. Okay, this is not going to be a battle bots episode for you guys today. So, but this is going to be super interesting. And again, a big shout out to everybody, guys. This has been an absolutely incredible year here at ATMO Esports. It's going to be a fun event today, and that's what all we want to do is make Atmo Social a big fun event for everybody to join. But shout outs to the entire Atmo Esports team. This year we did so many different events, which was absolutely monumental for us. We did our first ship racing event, which was incredible. We did Fight or Flight, which we took it to 3v3 this year. Was by far the most action-packed and diverse dogfighting tournament we've ever had to date, which was great. The Day Morale saw record numbers earlier this year as well. And then System 7 is only going to get better as Nyx comes into play here probably next week. Nyx supposed to launch next week. It's already into all waves. So I already saw a lot of content creators in Nyx doing a lot of the missions, and they're absolutely loving it. I'm so excited with how much Star Citizen is growing over the in the next few years. And, I should be back streaming this holiday season as well. So that should be exciting. So I'm looking forward to it. But here we go. We got so far we have what, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe we have over 50 racers today. It might be close to 70. So we're going to try to get everybody into the space here shortly. Hopefully this should be a lot of fun. But like I said, the ATLS GEO, okay? If you guys have ridden an ATLS GEO, you have to, it's going to be very, very careful. You have to learn how to manage that thrust as much as possible, because the ATLS GEO walking, it's going to take too long. So you're going to have to learn how to thrust forward, manage that boost, and then keep doing it again and again as much times as you want. The more you stay up in the air, the more boost you're going to lose, and you're not going to be able to boost properly until that cooldown comes back up, and then you'll be able to boost forward again. So we're going to see how many people are going to be able to manage that boost properly and see how many people are going to take in the lead. So we're going to have a leaderboard up in your top left. Once the race starts, we're going to have a leaderboard with which probably I would say after the first leg or so, you're going to start seeing a lot of people changing places. But in the beginning, you're not going to see much placement changes, because of the fact that you're going to be pretty much like everybody's going to be too close to each other at that point. So once we see a little bit of separation, you'll start seeing a little bit of who's in first place and second place, and we'll be able to track everybody with the SDR tools that we have today. So big shout out to Diplomat and SDR.gg for, bringing those tools to life. But we're almost ready here. All right, it looks like they're having a little bit of despawns, but we should be fine. It looks like there's probably too many there, but we're going to try to bring everybody together here shortly. I'm surprised that they're actually despawning, because, normally for when the international community had those 400 people together. I mean, it wasn't in a landing space, but let's see if they can get everybody all together here shortly. But I think we have, was that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? That's about 11 geos on the start line. So we're missing quite a few. We're missing quite a. By the way, there's so many geo skins out there. You guys need to have your own ATLS GEO skins. You guys need to put those on, guys. All right. We need to see all the different ATLS GEO skins. All right. You're racing. Somebody needs to have the orange hazard Neo skin. That's my favorite one. That's definitely my favorite one. But like I said, it's gonna be very, very. I raced this myself. And it's not easy. But it's a very simple course once you know how to manage, the boost in the ATLS GEO and that thrust. So it should be very, very exciting. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah, there's way more than 11 there. People need to stop moving. That's the problem. Stop moving, guys. Stop moving. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while we get ready here shortly for the ATLS GEO, we're going to go ahead and probably jump into a quick commercial break. And then once we're able to get everybody right back into the start line, we should be able to get things started here shortly. So thank you so much for hanging out so far today. We'll review the course before the race starts again, and we'll be right back. So thank you all so much for joining us today.
Some race for glory. Some race for the thrill. But when your world goes from 0 to 100, we race to save lives. Quantum Jump Medical. Celebrating 8 years of service to the community, still completely free of charge. Offering medical rescue, emergency transportation, operational support, security, and much more. No BS, no gimmicks. We'll be there.
Get ready, Australia! For the first time ever, the ultimate StarCitizen event comes down under. Experience Enter Atmosphere 2956 live from Fortress Sydney. Join fellow citizens, share drinks, stories, and celebrate the universe at the Bar Citizen. Witness pilots go head-to-head in ship races and intense dogfights. Feel the energy of a live crowd as they compete for amazing prizes. The countdown has begun. Secure your tickets for the Southern Hemisphere's biggest StarCitizen event. Visit atmo.sc/EA56 to learn more.
Some race for glory. Some race for the thrill. But when your world goes from 0 to 100, we race to save lives. Quantum Jump Medical. Celebrating 8 years of service to the community, still completely free of charge. Offering medical rescue, emergency transportation, operational support, security, and much more. No BS, no gimmicks. We'll be there.
Get ready, Australia! For the first time ever, the ultimate StarCitizen event comes down under. Experience Enter Atmosphere 2956 live from Fortress Sydney. Join fellow citizens, share drinks, stories, and celebrate the universe at the Bar Citizen. Witness pilots go head-to-head in ship races and intense dogfights. Feel the energy of a live crowd as they compete for amazing prizes. The countdown has begun. Secure your tickets for the Southern Hemisphere's biggest StarCitizen event. Visit atmo.sc/EA56 to learn more.
Some race for glory. Some race for the thrill. But when your world goes from 0 to 100, we race to save lives. Quantum Jump Medical. Celebrating 8 years of service to the community, still completely free of charge. Offering medical rescue, emergency transportation, operational support, security, and much more. No BS, no gimmicks. We'll be there.
Get ready, Australia! For the first time ever, the ultimate StarCitizen event comes down under. Experience Enter Atmosphere 2956 live from Fortress Sydney. Join fellow citizens, share drinks, stories, and celebrate the universe at the Bar Citizen. Witness pilots go head-to-head in ship races and intense dogfights. Feel the energy of a live crowd as they compete for amazing prizes. The countdown has begun. Secure your tickets for the Southern Hemisphere's biggest StarCitizen event. Visit atmo.sc/EA56 to learn more.
Some race for glory. Some race for the thrill. But when your world goes from 0 to 100, we race to save lives. Quantum Jump Medical. Celebrating 8 years of service to the community, still completely free of charge. Offering medical rescue, emergency transportation, operational support, security, and much more. No BS, no gimmicks. We'll be there.
Get ready, Australia! For the first time ever, the ultimate StarCitizen event comes down under. Experience Enter Atmosphere 2956 live from Fortress Sydney. Join fellow citizens, share drinks, stories, and celebrate the universe at the Bar Citizen. Witness pilots go head-to-head in ship races and intense dogfights. Feel the energy of a live crowd as they compete for amazing prizes. The countdown has begun. Secure your tickets for the Southern Hemisphere's biggest StarCitizen event. Visit atmo.sc/EA56 to learn more.
amigos on the beat, we'll be rolling shit. Got the amigos on the beat, we'll be. on the bait, we'll be rolling shit. Got the Migos on the bait, we'll be. amigos on the bank, we'll be rolling shit. Got the amigos on the bank, we'll be.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ATMO Social, the Hurston Hurdle. We're almost getting things ready here shortly, but before we do so, let's get back into a quick look at the Hurston Hurdle map here for today's race. But welcome back. Hope everybody's been enjoying their day so far. Sorry for the delays, but we had to reset our servers and now we're back and getting things up and ready to set up. So start line, where you see those here on the top right of the map here, you're gonna see that pretty much it looks like a walkway. It looks like you're walking a crosswalk there. That's gonna be your start line going down to the pylons to the left, and then up to climb number 1, which is gonna be your checkpoint number 2. And then as you get up on top of that, I would say it's like a closed hangar. You're gonna get on top of that, and you're gonna stay to your left and continue running through the rest of the course here until you gotta drop down. So you're gonna be to your to the right of that bad air sign. Okay. It's going to be say like bad air quality. That sign is going to take you to the left of that. It is going to be your drop number one. And then going around the first, I would say, elevator or I guess where the ships come out. You're going to stay to the left of that, going into the first underpass here, which is going to be checkpoint number 4. And that underpass is actually pretty big, so you can have multiple ATLS GEOs going through that. But remember, the ATLS GEOs, a lot of the racers are going to have to figure out how to manage that thrust and that boost because walking is going to make that GEO too slow. So you're going to see a lot of boosting and thrust going out throughout the entire race. So jumping into that, you're going to start in your climb number 2. So once you get to the top of climb number 2, you're going to jump into a container climb, so which is going to be your checkpoint number 6. And that container climb, you want to stay a little bit to your left side, which is going to make that container climb a lot easier. And then once you get to checkpoint number 7, which is going to be your last drop, you want to stay to the right of that initial, I would say, light. So you can see the light more during the night, of course, but during the day, that light is still blinking. You want to make sure you are to the left of that light, not to the right. You need to be past that light on the left side and then being able to drop down. And that's going to be their first lap. So today's race is going to take 2 laps in order to complete. And then we have some incredible prizes for first, second, and third place. And for everybody participating, if they don't have an ATLS GEO, they will be able to get one or possibly win one as well. So first place, you're going to be going home with an Anvil Paladin. For second place, you're going to be going home with a Gray's Market Shiv. And for third place, you're going to be going with a Kruger LT1 Wolf. So it's going to be a fun race, okay? And then 2 random places that may be renting a GEO that don't have a GEO yet will go home with an Argo ATLS GEO. So obviously, 2 random places from third place down because obviously first, second, and third place will already win some prizes. But like I mentioned earlier, the Gray's Market Shiv is a fun ship. I think it reminds me a lot about like putting things together, different weapons and crafting and Fallout. So very, very cool concept here that StarCitizen brought to light recently. And of course, IAE is taking place in 5 more days. IAE is coming up on November 20th. So make sure you guys are ready for IAE. We got some, I'm pretty sure we're going to have some brand new ships coming out. Everybody is, asking for that Perseus, but let's see if that the Perseus is actually going to be flyable during IAE. We're very excited to see a lot of this happening, but let's take a look at our views. I believe our races are getting ready. We're going to get the map started here shortly. Look at these. Oh, they got the hazard skin. Let's go. All right. ATLS GEOs are almost ready to go. I believe they have they're getting almost ready. They have a little bit of despawns going, but people just need to stay put. But look at the hazard here. I love the hazard skin. It's so cool. So cool. Somebody have that that black, all black star stripe skin on the arms. It looks very, very awesome. All right, here we go, guys. We're just we're getting things started here shortly, so just hang tight and stand by for us. But shout out to our entire camera crew and team. Shout out to our ATMO Esports staff and volunteers for always helping us put on these incredible races. Like I mentioned earlier, this is going to be one of the last races of the year, other than the Daymar Rally practice coming up early December or mid-December. If you guys are already signed up for the Daymar Rally, make sure you guys are, because Daymar Rally signups will close on January 6th. So make sure you guys get into the Daymar Rally this year, and I'm very excited for those. So I think this year's Daymar Rally is going to be fantastic. So I believe we already have quite a bit of signups, and it's already leading to be another massive event for this year. So again, if you guys are planning to joining the Daymar Rally and you haven't signed up yet, make sure you guys do so as soon as possible. But oh man, we even got some city views here, which is nice. We got some city views. But anyways, I'm gonna pull up chat here. Chat, if there's anything you want to ask about ATMO Esports events or anything you guys want to hear about, please let me know. Let's get some chat's opinion while we get our racers ready and going. Again, guys, if you guys don't know what the ATMO Social is, the ATMO Social is a community event for everyone to join. All you got to do is show up to the briefing, get briefed around the race, and just race. Okay. There's no need for there's no need for practicing or doing anything. The ATMO Social is purely just for fun for the community. Just to have a good time. We put on ATMO Esports put on 4 big events per year. We do the Daymar Rally. We do System 7, which is going to be going to Knicks next year, which I'm very excited about. We do Gravity Rush, which is our new ship racing event, which is coming back next year. And then, of course, Fight or Flight, the biggest dogfighting competition in the verse. It's also there. So, but this event is the ATMO Social is all pure for fun, just to get things going here. So we'll see how things happen. And no need for practicing. Have you met these people? I know, right? You guys practice way too much. You guys take everything serious. So everything serious. The ATMO team racing in the Daymar Rally this year. No, we are not racing because we have to put the race together. Yep, we have to put the race together, man. So it's very, very hard to run a race that has over 2,000 people for us to actually have a team racing in it. So it's very, very difficult for us to do that. So very, very difficult. But here we go. Let's get this going here, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us today. Thank you guys for watching the ATMO Social. We should, I believe we're working on getting started here shortly. But, man, look, this looks awesome. Again, I'm going to keep saying this over and over, but I raced the ATLS GEO. And it's very, very fun, in my opinion. I wish you could sprint in the ATLS GEO. I think that's one thing that the ATLS GEO kind of lacks a little bit. Maybe like when you're running, it maybe kind of runs a little faster if you're, but I wish it had a little bit of a sprint, but you're going to see a lot of the racers just managing the thrust and boost. Depending on how much they use it, it drops you back down on the floor, and then you have to wait for like a small cooldown, and then you can take off. Take off boosting again. So this should be fun. It looks like we have a lot of our teams in the checkpoints. Man, this is an insane view right now. This is an incredible view happening here, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I believe this is one of the jumps where they have to climb up and then kind of stay right in the middle of those hangars. This is going to be a fun race because they have to climb. They have to climb 2 times. Actually, 3 times if you count the containers, but we're going to be able to see all of that. We have our amazing camera crew who's going to be helping us kind of make sure that, everybody is staying on track and making sure everybody's keeping those corners tight. So, but everybody, welcome. I appreciate you guys and join us. Thank you guys so much. All right, here we go. We're just, believe, waiting for a couple more racers to get things started here, and let's see what happens. All right, we still got all of our... Man, that's quite a bit of people. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's about 15. 15 ATLS GEOs so far on the start line. I see a little bit more on that right side that are waiting. There's like a group of 4 over there on that right side. So this should be a fun one. And here we go. We have our, by the way, if you guys are looking to the left of the screen, you guys are going to see our leaderboard. Again, this is only a 2-lap race. So once we get the race on the way, 2 laps should be the first people that get to 2 laps. And obviously the times are going to pan out. In the beginning of the race, you're going to see the leaderboard kind of stay still because we won't see until people start to separate, and then we'll start putting people in those leads. But we got quite a bit few people today to race, and I'm very excited for this one, to be honest. We got Jacketin in the house, Diplomat. We see a Sanji Sama in the house. A lot of veteran racers. We got check the leak. We got NeoJet. Hey, NeoJet, how's it going? Always, by the way, NeoJet, I've never seen such a dedicated racer such as NeoJet. NeoJet, no matter what, during Gravity Rush, raced from a random, how do I say? He raced at a random PC coffee shop just to make sure that he continues his progress in Gravity Rush. Never seen a more dedicated racer, someone that's super dedicated to his craft and absolutely loved to really enjoy racing in person. When we did Enter Atmosphere 2954 in Manchester during CitizenCon, he did a fantastic job as well. So shout outs to NeoJet for always being so dedicated. The Geo Shuffle 1 2 3 jump 1 2 3 jump. I mean, we'll see. You definitely have to manage that boost well. So, but it's to me, if people don't know how to manage the boost, is going to be somewhat of a challenge, because once they get to the jumps, if they don't have enough, that can really kind of put them behind, especially getting those jumps up. But the jumps are super easy. once you have that full boosting effect. And why are those geos on the left side just like still talking to each other? I find it funny. And oh, those geos are like, oh, they don't have anybody in them. Copy. Wait, I see less geos now. Oh, they're popping up. Okay. Don't confuse me, man. This game. By the way, I hope everybody's been enjoying. I'm not sure if everybody's tried out Nyx yet so far, but I have jumped in the game myself, played with some friends. Nyx has been absolutely wonderful to kind of dive in, man. I'm really, I mean, obviously the performance is not the greatest, but I know that, and I believe once you jump, ooh, look at this view here. Holy moly, this is an incredible view. Sorry, this view just kind of took my breath away. This is, look at this city in StarCitizen. Absolutely. Hurston is beautiful, man. I absolutely love it. So, look at this view. Absolutely incredible. All right, here we go. Anyway, shout out to our cameras. We got Brahms, Officer Rondog, Sevens. We got Fat Bird, who's out there doing some recording to kind of bring this, bring this entire race to life after in a recap, and then Princessa Foxy. So amazing camera so far. So guys, we're just waiting here shortly. We should be getting this race on the way. I think we're waiting for a couple more people. Waiting for a couple more races, and we should be getting started. By the way, for those of you guys in chat, what is your favorite event of ATMO Esports? What is your favorite event of the year that you guys are looking for towards to? I know a lot of people are probably going to say Demo Rally, but we'd love to know what your favorite event is throughout the entire event season. So, and fingers crossed that we get CitizenCon next year again, as I would love to. Truly love to do something again wherever CitizenCon is next year. It should be a lot of fun. We got a lot of Demo Rally. Okay. Get us some Fight or Flight. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Fight or Flight jam packed. I can live with that anytime. I can really live with it. So. Stanton 7. No, that's not the name anymore, Diplomat. We got System 7. Yeah, System 7, I think, is getting a beautiful overhaul this upcoming year, which is going to make it even better across its races. Drive Fight or Flight. Fight or Flight is definitely my favorite. Demo Rally. Yeah, man. With Nyx, we should have a couple Nyx races coming into the System 7 next year, so it's going to be an exciting one. I'm very much looking forward to it. And plus, hopefully next year, if we do get Genesis, I think even next year, once we get Genesis, which we got new Planet Tech, we should be able to have, I think the Demo Rally 2957 is going to be very, very interesting with the new Planet Tech. So we'll see how that all plays out. I believe we're going to have a countdown here shortly from our officials. So this race should be started shortly. But thank you guys all for hanging out today. Really appreciate you guys. By the way, we are live on 4 different platforms. We are live on X. We are live on YouTube. We're live on Kick now. And then we are live on Twitch as well. So if you guys, you guys feel free to check out any of the platforms that we are currently on, or watch them all. Who knows? We appreciate the support. Yeah, I think this IE is gonna be probably the best one yet so far from what I've seen. The type of ships that are coming out from the new content with Nyx. I think this IE is gonna be an amazing one for real. So I think there's no better time to jump into StarCitizen, especially with a crew, or find that org, man. Find that org. There's a lot of people actually. If you are planning to do the Demo Rally by yourself, I would suggest not to, because it does favor having at least a team of 2 through 4 or even 5 now with the new rules. So I would say make sure you guys jump in the ATMO Esports Discord. There's a lot of people looking for teammates in those channels, so make sure you guys are jumping in there and checking them out. There's a lot of people looking currently for teams and competitors that want to be a part of the Daymar Rally. So if you guys are looking for that, man, feel free to jump in the Discord, discord.gg/ATMO Esports. You guys can jump in the Discord and seek for those teams that are looking for, the Daymar Rally teams. I promise you, the Daymar Rally experience is unique and not something else where you find in the biggest community event of the year. So make sure you guys jump in the Discord. All righty. While we wait to get this countdown going, let's take a quick look at the. Let me see where we're at. Hold on. Yeah. While we wait up here and get this race started, let's take a quick look at our course video that will kind of show you guys and run through the course here shortly and show you guys the climbs. So let's jump to that video, and I'll be right back shortly. All right, well, we're back here, and that was a quick race there. As you see, there's a few climbing points and a few drop points on this course, which I think it's a lot of fun. Great job, again, to the ATMO Esports team behind the scenes that helped put this entire course together. And that was the Hurston Hurdle for this year's ATMO Social here. So, but it looks like we're getting a countdown ready to go here in about 45 seconds. The race is going to start and get underway, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you guys so much for your patience, but it looks like we're going to get the race started here, and we're about to get things going. All right, guys, let's cheer on your favorite racer in the chat, and let's see who you are rooting for to win the ATMO Social here this year. All right, it's all for the glory. It's all to become legendary, and of course, you get the bragging rights as well. So we should be able to see here a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're off to the races here in the ATMO Social, where let's see how these ATLS GEOs are going to be able to run. Again, they need to manage that thrust very well. I see people going very, very high in some of the ATLS GEOs, but it's going to be very difficult to tell in the beginning who's going to be in that first place, who's going to be placements here. We are going to get these placements going here soon. But this is a sight to see, and it looks like we see the orange one kind of leaping in front. But again, you have that cooldown. You take a couple steps. and then you got to manage that boost as much as you can to see how far you can get here. But it seems like I think some people know what they're doing, but hey, not many people lagging behind, which I think people are kind of understanding and picking that up very well. But it looks like some people are going really far and trying to get that angle as much as possible. Seeing Jacketin right up there in front. We got Red Huntress, Herbie, Diplomat, all in that front side. Jacketin taking that very high leap. But remember, once you lose that boost, you're going to drop down, and it's going to take you longer to drop down because the ATLS GEO is heavy. But it looks like it's still taking that good of a lead. But again, it's going to be all about that boost management and how far you can leap forward in that ATLS GEO. So this is going to be this is actually a lot of fun. Very excited to watch. So we're almost getting to that first part of the race here. And once you get to that first structure, what you see on the right side, where you see that 0.02, they're going to have to take that sharp right. And then climb number 1 is going to begin here in the Hurston Hurdle. So, all right, seeing like Herbie's up there, Jacketin right behind from all the way down here. Yep, you see Jacketin and Herbie, Quellstar right behind them. And Diplomat is going to be right under there next to Red Huntress as well. This is where they're going to have to take that right turn here shortly. They have to stay on that left side. So here we go. Herbie's going to cut in a little bit more into Jacketin. Jacketin is going to fly right over. He can't fly too high because he could get despawned if he get into that yellow spot. So he needs to be very, very careful there. But they need to go around that left side of the containers as well. So it looks like they're on a good path. But Herbie and Jacketin neck on neck, doing a very good job at maintaining that threshold in that ATLS GEO, and Quellstar kind of sneaking up on there, but dropping down and needs to come back up here shortly. So there we go. We see Jacketin keeping that good level on the ATLS GEO, doing a good job dropping down. Oh, this is going to keep going here. This is going to keep going here. Herbie, Jacketin still neck on neck here. You see Diplomat just right behind them. And by the way, going on top of the of containers is really not a good strat. Containers are very, very high, so it's just better you stay on that left side anyways. But, you know, in the track course, you need to stay on the left side. So let's see how that works out for them. And let's see what kind of strategies people are going to take into going into this climb number 1, which is going to be your first checkpoint. All right, going over that pad or that hangar. And we see Jacketin and Herbie just... Not by the way, not a big lead. Right now, they could be getting blocked for all we know if he doesn't make it on top of the containers, and they're going for the top of the containers here. And are they going to make it? They can fall through, so they need to be careful. They need to be able to land on something. And no, Jacketin just going right over. Oh, still landing, doing a good job at holding that control and keeping it together here. But they need to be careful because if they fall down, no, there it goes. I believe that was Herbie dropping down there. And that's a big jump here. Let's see if that climb, this is climb number 1 here, where everybody needs to get there. And you see, I believe that's Jacketin in the orange hazard suit is able to get that first jump, climbing up to the next one. Oh my gosh, whoever's in that blue suit did a good job at controlling, but he's going to fall down. He needs to get back up shortly. Okay, controlling. Very good control there. This is we're going to start seeing that separation, but here we go. We got the first few people getting onto that climb number 1, and look how this looks. This is a great view here, thanks to the camera team. An incredible view here of the ATLS GEO. Says there's an invisible wall on that right side, so they're going to have to stay close to that left side as much as possible so they don't get hit with that invisible wall. So let's see how they're taking it up, flying as much as possible. And, man, there's some good strategies here today, so... Oh, they're going over the pylons here. So we see Herbie, Jacketin, and Quellstar. We're still seeing a few people trying to get up to that climb number 1. We're seeing Diplomat there. And now, once they're on that climb number 1, they're going to have that first initial drop, which is going to be, I believe, your third checkpoint after climb number 2. So that third checkpoint is going to be that initial drop down to the bottom. And we see some people initially getting up to that first climb. Good job. All right, here we go. It looks like we got Herbie and Jacketin up front. You see them neck on neck at each other. Right behind them is Quellstar. And any little mistake can really cost them being stuck for some time. So right here, they need to go in between the hangars here. So they're going to be able to hit that first initial drop to the right side of that third lap. Remember, they need to be able to stay to the left side of the bad air quality sign. So they're going to stay very, very close to that left side, and then let's see how they end up turn out. It's already been 5 minutes so far into the start of the race. So again, they're about, I would say about 20% into the race so far, almost to that 25% mark of the race, and they're still got some ways to go. So Jacketin, Herbie, good job on that. Man, they're doing a great job. Very, very far from the initial pack, but Quellstar needs to come up with that strategy, and hopefully, like, I mean, them being this far, it's still not a lock-in for them. People can still catch up if, if they're managing that thrust properly, but it looks like Herbie and Jacketin pretty much mastering the ATLS GEO at this point. Even turning in the air, look at that. They're kind of tapping that boost, as you can see, doing a good job at steering their ATLS GEO where they need to go. Here comes the first drop, all the way down to the bottom. Herbie in front in the white ATLS GEO suit, and then you see Jacketin in the orange hazard. Is he trying to go up top of that sign? There we go. He's up there. Now he's just tapping the boost. Is he trying to get on top of the sign? Yep, they're trying to get on top of the sign. So right now that they're dropping initially, they're going to have to stay to the left of that initial hangar that's on the floor, and then go around to the left of the hangar, and then be able to come under the passage to the right. So here we go. You're going to have to take a big drop here all the way down to the left side of the hangar, and a big drop from both Herbie and Jacketin. Yo, did these two guys practice together? What's going on here, guys? Taking the same ramp, the same line and path, and these guys racing all at the same time. All right, here we go. Now we're going to be going. Now, the one thing I love about the passage is that they're going to have to stay at a certain height during the inside passage that they're about to take under the building here. So now everybody's staying to the left side of that hangar, doing a good job here. And then you're going to see that passage here to your left, where we have a camera crew ready for you already, which is great. So thanks to our camera team. All right. You can see Herbie on that right side of this camera here. And you should start seeing him come in. I mean, I guess you still have some height here. Some height overall. So they should be able to go as much as they can. But here we go. Here comes Herbie. First one through. Oh, this is awesome. And we have a ship there. Shout outs to Little Equinox for providing a ship to let the racers know that they have to go in between. There goes, I think that's Gerbil right behind them, doing a great job of getting there. You can also jump directional in the ATLS GEO. So if you want to jump sideways, you can. If you want to jump backwards and boost, you can. You can pretty much do this backwards, but that's going to be a little bit harder because you need to know where you're going. But already seeing some ATLS GEO says behind there. Herbie getting through that underpass as quickly as possible, right, with Jacketin right behind them. There comes Diplomat. Diplomat catching up very, very quickly to Quellstar there. All right, guys. So now that you know who's in that maybe first through fourth place spot, who are you rooting for today? We're seeing some great racers. Herbie going to the next climb here, going straight up, making that jump. Oh, this is so cool. I love seeing the ATLS GEO do this. There we go. Get one more up, managing that thruster and boost, and going all the way up, landing on that pad. Remember, now Herbie is in first place, trying to get to those containers, which once he gets to those containers and get on that leap, he has to drop down, and that's going to be the completion of the first initial lap for today's ATMO Social ATLS GEO race, the Hurston Hurdle. All right, here we go. Just needs to get on top of there. Just needs to stay somewhat in between of these hangars and doors, and doing a great job at just, man, look at that lead so far in the ATLS GEO for Herbie. What kind of practices did Herbie put in? Honestly, we didn't even put the track out, for too long. I think the track has been out for like about a week with the instructions. which is not too long to practice, but a lot of people do put in the time. Jacket and flying really high here, trying to get as much of an angle here. And again, as you can see, once it looks like once a lot of the ATLS GEOs are getting to the height peak, they're just kind of spamming a little bit of the boost to kind of try to control it and kind of push themselves forward as much as they can. So that way, when they drop down, it looks like maybe they stop pressing that and they can get that cooldown going and hopefully get that boost back. But here we go. We have the climb here of the containers. Getting to the top there for the first one is going to be Herbie getting to the top initially, and boom. Wow, this is such a great view here. This is awesome. I love seeing this view here. All right, they need to not fall through, which I'm not. I think that's a platform. Yeah, it is a platform. Okay, they're right over it. I thought if they fall through, I'm like, yep, that's GG. See you later. All right, here we go. So this is the part where they need to stay to the left of the light here, and to the left of that blinking light. But Jacketin doing his best, trying to catch up to Herbie and going that high route here. And you can see Herbie is thrusting forward as much as he can, and then just tapping it to stay leveled, and then trying to get that leap as much as possible in that ATLS GEO. So here we go. Tap, 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 tap. You can see them tap. It's so funny. Report suspicious behavior. Hey, no suspicious behavior here. Just ATLS GEO says just racing, guys, okay? All right, here we go. Now, here's that little light, and there goes the drop. Now goes the first initial drop from the bottom, from the top ropes. Make sure you guys stay on that left side of the light. You don't want to get disqualified here. Make sure you stay to the left of that little light. Look at that drop all the way down to the start line as much as possible. Oh, he didn't make the crane. Illegal racing around the spaceport seems pretty sus. Hey, man, we don't know what you're talking about. This is like illegal horse racing that we're doing here in the verse. All right, looks like all right, once they pass the yellow line, Herbie's going to be the first one. Oh, Let's Fire 95 is going to be the first one crossing the first lap. We see Herbie and Jacketin right behind. Oh, Jacketin took that far right side, and man, look at Jacketin's trying to get on pace against Herbie, catching up here. And I'm telling you, like, the way that people are catching up is very like, it's like a very low % chance just managing that boost properly. And we're going here into the final lap here of the ATLS GEO race, but it looks like Let's Fire 95 is gonna be in that first place spot for now. And then you see Jacketin and Herbie and Quelsar right behind them, and Big Flex just taking it here. And look at Diplomat is going to be that first Diplomat heading down into that last drop, going into a second lap as well. Don't see any signs prohibiting racing. Well, normally this is actually a no-fly zone, because when people spawn out of their hangars, normally this was where the hangar doors normally open. But still, I think this is a fun track that we found around the spaceport. So it also makes it easier because you don't have, it's in an armistice zone, and you can't really have people, attacking, etc. So very, very simple. There you go. Check Leak doing that final climb, I believe. These climbs are not easy. I would say once you practice the climbs once or twice, you'll easily get them. But if this is your first time, honestly, practicing these climbs, then it's sometimes it gets a little bit difficult if you don't know exactly where to go. All right, here we go. Nice and slow for the racers. Still, man, you see Jacketin and Herbie neck on neck, but Jacketin was able to catch up even though they've been close to each other this entire time. Is he going to drop on top of containers? No, he's going to stay to the left side, and we're going to go back here shortly into that climb number 1. And Jacketin just trying to take that corner and cut that right side here, staying to the left of the containers. Once they stay to the left of the containers, they should be fine, I believe. So we should still be good here. In practice, I only needed to make 1 lap before I needed a drink. I ain't gonna lie, Gravity Cat, this race was a little bit tough. I would give this race a difficulty of maybe like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. But I feel like, you know, I think it's people don't like it because you can't run with the, you know, with the ATLS GEO, right? You can't run, you know, hit a good sprint and then boost, which makes it a little bit more like, you know, the ATLS GEO is just very, very stiff, right? But I don't think that the ATLS GEOs were made to have that kind of movement. So that's what makes it a very challenging race to control thrust. Because right now, if anybody would fall down through these holes in the ATLS GEO, they would be stuck for a while. Like, that would be a huge mistake. Yes, if you're not precise, it does break things down. But obviously, you see people like Jacketin and Herbie doing a great job. Oh, is he gonna make it all the way? Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna make it all the way, but he did a good job. Oh man, don't fall through there. There you go, going a little bit backwards. Oh, that's gonna put Herbie in a punch there, and that little mistake is gonna allow Jacketin to take the lead here in the ATMO Social. That little mistake, man, that little mistake. Jacketin did a good job at just leaping on time and getting down to that first initial platform in that first drop, and there he goes off to the races here. Jacketin taking that lead. I mean, it's an Anvil Paladin, guys. All right, it's not a it's a good shit for you to play it with your team. Here we go. We got somebody that's a little bit behind going down that first initial drop. It looks like this is Check Leak getting down to that initial drop here. Yeah, it's sometimes if you don't know the drops very well, you can get a little bit stuck there. But overall, man, it's all about the fun, the participation of just being here and just enjoying the game with, you know, other like-minded people that really love to race in StarCitizen. I think StarCitizen racing does give some of the most unique experiences that you can ever get. And it's like, I've done it before as well. It's a lot of fun, especially Gravlib racing is some of my favorite overall. I think once we get, you know, the new ground vehicle physics and that boost back, that's gonna, you know, ground vehicle is gonna get back and it's gonna be a lot of fun as well. So yeah, it's gonna be great. Oh no, they're Check Leak trying to get over. Oh no. Yeah, that's that tough part going into the containers here, trying to get up there. The containers, once you stay on that left side, it's very important because that left side will allow you to manage that boost a little bit better. All right, going down the middle, Jacketin and Herbie still very close. Quelsar not too far behind. I believe behind Quelsar was Diplomat, and then, yep, Diplomat. They're still all right there, but still a huge lead here for Jacketin and Herbie so far. Let's Fire looks like he's keeping the lead as well. I believe Let's Fire is in the other server, if I'm not mistaken, but that's okay. Looks like he's keeping the lead very, very strong here against everyone else. You must go to the left of them. You're DQ'd. Yeah, I mean, if the officials deem that, then yes, most likely. So make sure they stay to the left of this sign here. Yeah, the officials gave an entire briefing about how they're supposed to run the race. So once they're racing according to what was briefed to them, then they should be fine. Oh, wow. So Jacketin's going to go on top and nail that. And then we got Herbie staying all the way down to the bottom. Will that give him an advantage? Because that's going to allow Jacketin's going to need to come down from quite some time. So it's going to allow Herbie to drop down sooner and get his boost back up and hopefully be a little bit more quicker than Jackaden. So Herbie, we're gonna get another lead change here, and Herbie might be able to get in front of Herbie here shortly. Look at Jackaden. He's dropping all the way down, managing himself. So they're going to be a little bit closer. Now, Jackaden has a little bit of a cooldown. That's why you see him walking, and now he has his boost back up. And so Herbie kind of caught back up there by going down initially and getting, because while Jackaden is dropping, he doesn't get that boost back as much. But look, they're right next to each other now. So these guys. Mining laser him. All right, don't do that. Don't do that. That's illegal. But Herbie looks like regaining the lead there, man. What a champion. And now one more time through the underpass. We go here shortly. Absolutely fun race. So shout out to everybody who came out and participated today. This is an absolutely fun race. I love seeing everybody racing the way it is right now. And to those of you that despawn, I'm so sorry to hear about that, guys. It's just it's StarCitizen, guys. All right, there's always a risk to racing some of these races overall, but we definitely are gonna try our best to hopefully come up with the next ATMO social stuff in advance. But we always like to release some of the courses either on the day that it's supposed to be or at least a week before, so that way everybody's kind of can practice on the same level of playing field. But thank you guys all for joining us. We really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday so far, and you guys are enjoying today's ATMO Social ATLS GEO race, the Hurston Hurdle. So I believe we will put this. We normally put these races on SCR.gg, so you guys can actually try to go back and try to get a top placement in SCR.gg as this course lands there. We should be able to put that up there, and you guys can compete for, I guess, the world timing, if that makes sense. Hey, Tomato, welcome to the Tomato Squad. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We really appreciate it, man. We really appreciate it. Tomato always does a great job at covering the Daymar Rally as well. So everybody, make sure you guys say hello to Tomato, show him some love. But thank you guys all for joining us. You guys are currently watching the ATMO Social. We've been racing for about 23 minutes now. This is the Hurston Hurdle, which is an ATLS GEO jetpack race. And right now we see Herbie and Jackaden are currently competing for that first and second place, that top three spot, as I would say, because Les Fire looks like is leading the pack right now. And I believe Herbie took a pretty significant lead away from Jackaden going into this next container climb here, which is gonna be the third climb of the race so far, and then goes into that drop. So let's see how this all works out. But welcome to the Tomato Squad and to the garden. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Oh no, Jackaden is in front, way in front. Herbie is a little bit behind here. I didn't see that. Okay, Jackaden retaining that lead. Retaining that massive lead here. I can tell because Jackaden is the orange hazard one. But here we go to the container climb. That's about to happen right now. And I believe once they drop down, we will see who's going to be in place. Oh, he landed on an invisible platform there. Wow, what a massive jump from Jackaden, getting on top of the containers from so far away. That's going to take a massive lead change against Herbie, who's all the way down to the bottom using that invisible platform. Here we go. Big jump here, a bleep for Herbie, but Jackaden is going to take that lead, getting all the way to the top here for Herbie. Yeah, man, that made a huge difference there. That invisible platform that was there, Jackaden used that to his advantage. Look how far he is now. And then getting to this last platform before he has the final drop, going into that last lap here. So remember, they need to stay to the left of that blinking light as much as possible. All right, no suspicious behaviors here, just some Atlas racing, just some ATLS GEO racing here. There's nothing suspicious happening. I mean, I said a pretty 25, 30-minute race. I mean, I put it on there very well, but for some other people, it might be a little bit longer. So, here we go. Jumping down, jacketing, trying to get to that finish line. Looks like he will go as high as he can, managing that boost to leap himself forward and then just tap that boost to excel. And that should put him, let's see if that puts him in a top 3 position here. That's a long drop coming all the way down. Can you imagine if it exploded right there? I would have felt so bad. He exploded right before the finish line right there. So it looks like left fire and jacketing right there. Let's fire 95. Looks like it's going to be taking a possible first place finish. They're going to take a look at the times here. And then Herbie needs to cross that yellow finish. Or there we go. Herbie is going to be Let's Fire 95 in first place. I believe he was in the other server. Jacketing taking that second place spot, doing a good job at coming back. Jacketing was a little bit behind from Herbie, and that was a massive place change for them. And now let's see. Quellstar shouldn't be not too far behind. But guys, let's show Let's Fire, Jacketing, and Herbie, which is hoping we'll review the footage to make sure that, they didn't cut any corners, to make sure that they're the actual top 3. But for right now, Let's Fire 95 is going to take that first place spot. Jacketing in second place. Third place is going to be Herbie. And then fourth place for right now, until this stuff is reviewed, is going to be in that fourth place spot. So last lap for a lot of people. We see Big Flex right behind Quellstar, which just completed the race. Good job to Big Flex. And then we got Nazgul 5, who's right behind them as well. And then we'll get some more views and see where that rest of the ATLS GEO's at. Let's take a look at who are these people currently right now. We see Red Huntress and Polar Ducks. The Red Huntress wasn't actually too far away from the pack. I believe Diplomat was also very right behind. Anroll would have finished as well. Good, congratulations to Anroll. And then Shady 25 would have finished as well. Congratulations, guys. Nazgul 5 would have finished as well. Congratulations. I mean, finishing the race is it's still very, hey, you should be proud of finishing the race, okay? Finishing the race is still a proud moment. I would be happy with just finishing the race myself. There we go, going under the underpass here. Ace de Puma would have finished as well. Congratulations to Ace de Puma. There you go, Diplomat in 10th place with another pass as well. And congratulations to everybody so far. Let's see, we're going to get those times underway here shortly, but congrats. And then we'll have some results for everybody as well after the race. NeoJet doing a great job at keeping it up too as well. We see Czech Leak trying to get that last lap finish as well. We see WYZZywig is still in the race. Ricky Ticky and Budniks as well still in the race. By the way, guys, just one more reminder. We got a few things happening here. We have the first day Morale practice race happening. Hold on, let me find the event. All right, make sure that you guys check out all of our events on Discord. We have the first day Morale practice happening on December 3rd, Saturday, December 3rd at 1900 UTC, which is the normal time. So make sure you guys are joining us. If you guys are practicing, or if you guys are joining the day Morale, this is a good chance for you to have that intellect, for you to understand how ATMO Esports run our races. So you're able to, so you guys are able to go in and know how to prepare for the race in general. So if you guys are participating for the Daymar Rally, make sure you guys check it out, daymarrally.com. Make sure you guys sign up before January 6th, which is going to be the cutoff, okay? We're promoting. You're going to see a lot of stuff around IAE, around the Daymar Rally. You're going to see a lot of different things, promotions around the Daymar Rally coming to life. We want to make the next year's the biggest Daymar Rally that we can put together. There's some incredible new rules. Each teams are going to be able to carry their own security ship to protect themselves as well. Support ships can now protect themselves against any threat except other racers. So it's a massive change around how we're building the Daymar Rally. So make sure you guys are partaking in that just absolute phenomenal event, the biggest ever, the biggest community event in the verse, the Daymar Rally. Make sure you guys are joining for that, okay? So here we go. We're looking very, very well here. And I think we see Snow Angels and Golden Triangles. By the way, Golden Triangles is one of our ATMO Esports incredible staff and volunteer as well. So Golden Triangles is getting to his final lap as well. So shout out to Golden Triangle for racing in today's race as much as possible. So, and then Snow Angel is right in front. Snow Angel is going to have that last initial drop and hopefully getting them across that finish line. And again, shout out to everybody for joining us today. Really appreciate it. And of course, we got IAE coming out. There goes a big jump here by Snow Angel. Big jump to the bottom. We still got Neojet in the race as well, which Neojet wasn't too far behind them. But Snow Angel, once they cross that initial white line in the front, should be able to clock in that final lap time. But congrats to everybody who finished the race. This race, like I said, is not the hardest race, but it's very, very fun and very, very good in order to get, kind of get these ATLS GEOs going. Congratulations, Snow Angel, finishing at 32.53 in that 12th place position. That's okay. We still got a few more racers racing here shortly. And again, guys, this is the ATMO Social. Is just something fun that we do here at ATMO Esports. All right, it's not about who wins. It's just gathering the community to do something fun. I think the last time we had over 100 Cyclone RCs doing I believe we call it the what was that course race that we did? I think it's the Microtech. No, it wasn't the Thunder Dash. It was Microtech Dash or Bash. I don't know what it was. I forgot. We need to go back to it. Yeah, the Babbage Bash. There we go. We'll need to go back into SCR and check it out. But yes, the Babbage Bash. We had over 100 Cyclone RC racers, and that was fun. But man, we need that boost back, guys. I know a lot of people are saying, let's get that boost back. But we also had some people also despawn as well. So sorry about that, guys, about those despawns. There we go. Another one. Ricky Ticky passing there. Ricky Ticky, appreciate you, man, for coming out and racing today. Not an easy one. Neojet with the finish as well. Congratulations to Neojet. We still got Wizzy Wig and Budniks left to race here shortly. And we believe we still got some people racing currently. Yeah, so far it's looking like Let's Fire, Jacketin, and Herbie is going to take that first, second, third place spot. Remember, just by participating, 2 random racers in that 4th place all the way to the rest of the placements will be randomly rolled into winning an ATLS GEO for their own. By the way, chat, any ships that you guys are eyeing that are hopefully coming to IE that you guys want to have. I mean, I would love to see any new, you know, any new ground vehicles that can come to life for the Daymar Rally, because every time a new ground vehicle comes out, you know, a lot of people get excited around the Daymar Rally, and it, you know, it helps with you know, having different options. Right now, the MTC is in the truck division, because right now the Daymar Rally divisions are actually are by weight and axles now. So if there's a certain weight for a certain vehicle, it's going to land in those different divisions and placements. So the Red Huntress coming in with that finish. WYSIWYG also finishing 15th, and then Red Huntress in that 16th place. Congratulations to those. We still got, I believe, a couple more. The Polar Duck Danger Hobo is still racing. Looks like the Polar Duck, this is going to be their final lap here. Almost there. I hope everybody had fun in this one, because it looked really fun. It looked really fun, especially when you're like neck on neck with someone, especially with like someone like Herbie and Jacqueline and Quelstar and those guys that are all in that very tight knit pack. It's definitely a fun race. But there was some really intense what do you call it? Intense placement changes in the beginning of the race, which was definitely a lot of fun. Here comes Calamity. Calamity's almost there. Danger Hobo looked like he is by the containers. Yep, there goes Danger Hobo, and Calamity is finishing the race right now. Oh no, check leak with the DNF. No. By the way, Check Leak, another incredible experienced racer as well. Shout out to Check Leak and the Delta Dietist team. They always come in hot with some amazing racing, so shout outs to them. Don't fall through that hole. Don't. Oh, okay, it's a invisible trap. Okay, I was scared, man. I was like, don't fall through that hole. That would have sucked. Oh my goodness. Sanji Sama with the finish there. Slum. Hey, Slum. I met Slum at I met Slum at the Austin StarCitizen, where we were all there together as a team. At the Digital Citizen Con watch party in Austin. So shout out to Slum, man. Lovely guy. Slum, I still have your patch here from your org. Thank you so much, man. I need to create a shadow box with like a jersey and all the patches that I got from the community as well. So shout outs to you, man. Red Hunter said I had fun. I'm glad you had fun. Everybody that had fun, man, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everybody coming out today. Ghost and Coffee would have finished up 38 minutes. I hope everybody had a good time. Yeah, the ATLS GEO is definitely like, you need to get used to the mobility of it in order to kind of, you know, start to get the groove of it. But you saw a lot of Jacqueline and Herbie, how they went really high, and then what they did is just they spam a little bit of the boost because you can't really walk with the ATLS GEOs. It's just too slow. Hey, Pyrophoric, what's up, man? How you doing? Bro, of course, man. It's always I always love coming down to Austin, man. I love coming out to Austin. The StarCitizen community of Austin is fantastic. So I'm looking forward to the next StarCitizen down there. We need to go back to Brutorium, okay? I need that pizza again. That pizza was great at Brutorium. It's always a fun spot. I think that was like one of my favorite spots that we've done a StarCitizen again is Brutorium by the airport. That one was a great spot. All right, we got Imandil, who's a DNF as well. Do we have the results for all of the placements so far so we can see who's below Red Huntress by chance? We have a results page by chance? If not, no worries. I believe we still have some people in their second lap as well, but let's see. Yeah, man, this race, some of these jumps, if you haven't practiced, it can be really tough. Oh, it just shows the top 16, so Anyway, so far it looks like Let's Fire finished at 26:24. We had Jacketin at 26:28, so not even 4 seconds behind Let's Fire. Herbie was about, it looks like 14 seconds behind Jacketin here, so, and then everybody else came in at 27, 28. Okay. All right, let's go back to the leaderboard here. But shout out to everybody who raced so far, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We really appreciate every single person who came out to race in the ATLS GEO. Sorry for the initial, kind of setup headaches that we had, but it's still a fun and a fun day of racing for everybody overall. Definitely need to figure out these server issues, but we're definitely gonna have to chat with the StarCitizen team, to make sure that the demo rally is taken care of. There is a wall. You have to go to the left side of it. That's something that people need to understand. That's why we tell people to go to the left side. Are they really going to try to go over? Oh, wait. Okay. I guess you can. Never mind. I stand corrected here, chat. I stand corrected. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to the desk here. While we allow Golden Triangles to finish, we're going to bring it back here and kind of close it out a little bit. Let's go ahead and get rid of the leaderboard. But, guys, all I want to say is thank you all so much, man. Like I keep saying, ATMO Esports in 2025, we did so much to bring the competitive scene to life and continuing to do that. And 2026 is not going to be any different, okay? We have a lot of events. We're going to have the entire calendar of events kind of ready to go in advance. So that way, a lot of you that are going to be planning to which events you're going to be attending, especially like Fight or Flight, if we have 3v3 come back whenever they put in the new flight model, there's a lot of planning around that stuff as well. So guys, make sure you guys are in our Discord. All right. That's the best place for you to understand when our registrations are live for some of our events. We are already working on System 7 as well, working on those tracks. We're going to be bringing in some tracks from last year as well. So make sure you guys are keeping up to date. We'll love to see some new teams qualify for the System 7 as well. For the System 7, you have to actually qualify in a time trial, and that's probably going to be new this year as well. So we'll see how that all works out. But make sure you guys are keeping up to date with all of our events at discord.gg/ATMO Esports. We're also at ATMO Esports everywhere on socials, whether you use X or Instagram. There's a lot of our events as well happening there. And then before we go, remember, we're going to be in Australia February 21st, okay? Make sure if you're from Australia, make sure you come out and participate in Enter Atmosphere 2956, okay? I'm going to play the trailer one more time before we go. So trailer for Enter Atmosphere. I'll be right back, guys.
Get ready, Australia! For the first time ever, the ultimate StarCitizen event comes down under. Experience Enter Atmosphere 2956 live from Fortress Sydney. Join fellow citizens, share drinks, stories, and celebrate the universe at the Bar Citizen. Witness pilots go head-to-head in ship races and intense dogfights. Feel the energy of a live crowd as they compete for amazing prizes. The countdown has begun. Secure your tickets for the Southern Hemisphere's biggest StarCitizen event. Visit atmo.sc/EA56 to learn more.
All right, we're back. Like I said, guys, make sure you guys join us. I don't care who you are in StarCitizen, man. We are going to have a blast. There's a lot of stuff happening. We already have over 200 people are going to this event. We have Chris and Sandy Roberts coming. We got Tyler Witkin. We're going to have an entire flight school. We're going to have a full sim pit that you'll be able to fly and try out as well. I'm telling you, this is going to be an incredible event. Make sure you guys come. There's a lot of us within ATMO and, of course, local people that are going to be helping to run this event. We only have, I believe, a few of the ground level arena seats available. And then once those seats run out, we're going to start putting people in the general area, which is in the tavern, where people can still watch the event just from a television screen instead of from the actual arena itself. So, but those people that are going to be attending as general and watching from the tavern, they're still going to be able to participate in everything that we're doing in the LAN event, in the flight schools, meeting the CIG staff. You're going to still be able to enjoy the show in general. So if you're in Australia, if you're around Sydney, make sure you come check us out on February 21st. Make sure you guys get your tickets, guys. Okay, seriously, man, grab your tickets. We're putting a lot of hard work into this event, so your support is super incredibly appreciated. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we really appreciate you all from the bottom of our hearts for the entirety of 2025. We'll see you at the Demo Rally practice event if you're going to come to that. But outside of that, this is going to be our last event of the year, and we appreciate all of the support you've given us throughout 2025, and we're going to only continue to improve going into 2026. So appreciate every single person here from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you guys for the support. We're going to go to some views of people still racing, but this is the last bit you'll see of me. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your year. Enjoy the rest of the year. Happy holidays. We love you guys. Continue communicating with us in the Discord, and we'll see you guys again here shortly back here in the Twitch channel or the YouTube or all the channels. All right. Bye, guys. Appreciate it.
on the beat, we'll be rolling shit. Got the Migos on the beat, we'll